In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys one of the most overpowered, very easy to use center build on NBA 2K23. As you guys can see, I've already hit level 40. So, we've got how many more days? We've got 9 more days left. So what I normally like to do at this time is, 2K is about to take your boys' money, okay? Payday's going to drop soon. I always like to make a new build. To be fair, I've been having a lot of fun in this 6-9 build, so, I'm quite sort of hesitant to make this build. But when I saw it, I was like, there's no way. This is definitely going to be my next build. I'm going to show you guys how overpowered this build is. You're never going to see anything like this. Like, I've never seen a build as good as this build. Very simple to use, very effective, and it's just going to dominate offense, defense, everywhere. So without wasting too much time, let's go into the builder, and I'm going to show you exactly how to make this demigod of a build. So here we are in the builder. Okay, I've already pre-made this build because I don't want to drag this video any longer than it should be. I want to be very straightforward at this. It's going to be center position. You can go right-handed, left-handed. To be fair, having said that, you can actually technically make this at the power forward position as well, but I'd highly recommend it making at the center position. But again, you can make it at the power forward position. We're going to be going 7 foot. The weight is going to be 228. Of course, max wingspan. Body type is completely down to you. And yeah, it's pretty much it. We're going to go right into the build. As you guys can see, this build, yes, you're not, your eyes aren't deceiving you. Just take a second to look at this build, what it's got offensively, and you're going to be like, what the heck? Yes, this build is going to give you 93 driving dunk, which means you get every single contact dunk package, whatever you want to call it, animations in the game. You also get a 99 standing dunk. And on top of that, you can shoot on this build. Like, this is completely ridiculous. Now, for some of you guys that are probably looking at the close shot and you're like, oh, fair, that close shot is a little bit too low for a center. Listen, how many guys have you seen on 2K23 that go up for stuff in the paint and they always miss? They miss like 95% of the shots they take. Now, the other point out I'm going to make is a lot of these comp centers or whatever they want to call themselves, when they put that the close shot to an 85, they only put that close shot to an 85 because they want to get gold fast twitch. It's not because they actually take a lot of close shots. It's not because they take post hooks. It's because they get fast twitch on gold. Now, if you guys don't know, you can also increase your standing dunk to get fast twitch. And as you can see on this build, you get Hall of Fame fast twitch anyway. So again, I've played it with a lot of builds. My 6'11 has like a 67 close shot, and I make a ton of close shots. And on top of that, he only had a silver fast twitch. So Hall of Fame fast twitch, trust me, gonna be completely fine. And now with the shooting, as you guys can see, most of my builds, they have like a 76 or a 78 shooting on, and I'm shooting completely fine on them. This build does even better. You get a 79. So not only are you going to be an absolute demon in the paint, you're going to get all the contact dunks. Now, for you guys that don't know, my 6'11 doesn't actually get the big man contact dunk. There's just one contact dunk I've always wanted to get that you need an 85 standing dunk for, but my 6'11 only has a 80 standing dunk. So now this build is going to get all the animation my 6'11 build gets, and on top of that, you get every single contact dunk packages you can possibly imagine, and you have the craziest badges, fast twitch and rise up on Hall of Fame. Now, other thing I'm also going to mention is if you've hit level 40, in the past, or level 39 if you guys want to call it, and you have that double core like myself, I'm going to go into the badge setup in a minute, and you guys are going to see how overpowered this build is in a second, okay? Now, when it comes to the passing, listen, you only need a 70, okay? When I make a lot of my center builds, I realize as soon as I hit that 70 threshold, I'm literally throwing accurate passes. You don't need the LeBron James. You're a big bro. Just, throw basic outlet passes. And now with the defense, you guys have seen this. This is not the first time you guys are going to see my defensive stats looking like this. My last 4 center builds, including my point guard, okay, they only have about 85 rebound. I don't go anything higher than that. 87 block, I do not go anything higher than that, and you guys will see that in a second. The reason why that is also because of the physicals, okay? Yeah, the physicals are insane, but I'm telling you, you don't need anything more than this. I out rebound 99 rebounding builds. You guys saw my point guard getting 16 rebounds, and I'm sure a lot of the centers I'm playing against, they have like a 99 board or 93 offensive. Listen, rebounding on this game is all about position and high IQ, and you need the strength to be able to hold off the opponent. Again, this build does have that. So anyways, trust me on this. You have very good steal rating. You have very good perimeter defense. You have very good interior defense. You guys already know 80 interior defense is going to be good, but I go for 82, so you want to get that Hall of Fame workhorse. That really, really helps. Now, with the physicals, this build gets a 75 speed. Like, you guys don't understand how much speed matters on this game. I swear to you, when you make a build, a center build that is 7 foot tall with a 75 speed, you're gonna feel the difference on the game. Literally, you're gonna outrun a lot of the bigs on the court, and some bigs have like a 60 or a 64 or a 65. Listen, they're too slow, bro. They're too slow, and on top of that, look at your finishing stats. You're gonna absolutely destroy them. Now, the acceleration is more for your movement with the ball. Okay, so I'm not too, if you guys want to decrease this, I wouldn't decrease it too much, because again, it affects the way you move with the ball. So when you get the ball, sometimes, say you set a screen and you popped and you get the ball on the 3-point line and you want to drive to the paint, you can absolutely do that with the acceleration. Now, with your strength, you have an 80 strength. Trust me, you're going to be fine on 80. You're going to be able to hold your own most of the time. And also, this is the reason why I always go low rebounding. For you guys that don't know, I only go for 85 rebounding because I'm putting my vertical at 85. Now, so for example, if I'm going to put my vertical at like a 75, like some of you guys be doing, or a 70 or an 80, then I'm going to increase my rebounding stats, because there's no way I want to have a low vert and a low rebounding. So the reason I'm always going, for you guys are always wondering, the reason I always go like a silver rebound chaser is because my vertical and the builds are always super high. That allows you to jump very, very high. And also, your block rating, listen, it gives you insane animations. You're going to be fine. Your stamina is good. Your physicals are insane. Now, we're going to get into the badge setup, and you guys are going to see how overpowered this build is. Like, this build is insane. This is a very simple to use build. I know my 7-foot build that I made over time, it had post control. It's got mid-range. Some people aren't really so comfortable with the idea of doing that. So this is a very simple to use, pick up and play, beginner friendly, comp friendly, pro friendly, whatever the heck you want to call it, friendly build to use. We're gonna go into the badges, the takeovers. Now, for some of you guys, I'm not gonna bother to try and find it. Unfortunately, you're not gonna get the slash and takeover, and you don't need it. I know some of you guys are obsessed with it. If you really want a slash and takeover, I'll recommend maybe decreasing the 3-pointer. But listen, I ain't doing that, bro. I want as many stats as I want. As you guys can see, these are the takeovers that you get on the build. You get the sharp, the rim, and the rebounding take. Now, I always use this combination. I always use the sharp primary and rim secondary, because the rim secondary takeover, if you're playing good defense, actually increases your primary takeover, so you can get your sharp takeover a lot faster. Now, think about it, okay? Think about the build. I'm going to show you the badges, and you guys are going to see why having a sharp takeover is just super ridiculous in a build like this. But anyways, let's go into the badge. Like I mentioned, even if you don't have a double core system, you still get the +4. I still think the build is still going to work for you. Now, the name of the build, nothing too crazy. It's called a glass clean finisher. So to be fair, it's low key like a catfish build, because people are going to be low key expecting you to be sitting in the paint and doing all this crazy stuff. So you can sit in the paint if you want with this build, but also you can be a spot up shooter. Now, I'm going to show you the badges. Now, for someone like myself, I've hit 39, 40 every single season. This is even ridiculous. Okay, with the badges, think about these badges, bro. Just look at these badges you're gonna get on a build like this. Okay, and I want to show you exactly what I mean about having double core. That really helps me out. As you guys can see, I will be able to get fast twitch on Hall of Fame. Okay, I'll core that, and now on top of that, I'll also get rise up on Hall of Fame. Now, if you guys don't know how double core works, it also means I can double core rise up, and I'll get an additional 8 badges. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you exactly where these 8 badges are going to go. I'm going to decrease this for now so you guys can see where these additional 8 badges. So if I double core rise up, just bear that in mind, I'll still have that +9 right now on this build. I'll put that on posterizer, and I'll also put that on acrobat. I'll put on fearless finisher, and I will put that on aerial wizard. So that basically means with my double core, on a build that can shoot consistently. If you guys don't know, 79.3 is a consistent knockdown shooting rating, okay? With a build that is this ridiculous, you're going to be able to get Hall of Fame rise up, Hall of Fame fast twitch, Hall of Fame aerial wizard, okay, gold posterizer, gold limitless takeoff, gold slithery, acrobat, and fearless finisher. I mean, listen, if you've seen a crazier build than this, I don't think I've ever seen one. Now, on top of that, like I mentioned, I always run slippery off ball. I use Claymore, and I always use clutch shooter. Now, for you guys, you can always run bronze catch and shoot. You're gonna be fine. This is all you need, really. You don't need anything more. You don't need silver catch and shoot. Honestly, you don't even need catch and shoot. So for some of you guys, if you want to take off catch and shoot, put it somewhere else. There's not really a lot of badges I can see here that I think is worth putting them on. So you might as well do the setup like this with the playmaking. I'll just call break starter. So listen, you don't need anything more than silver, bro. You're gonna be good. You get clamp break on this build. You also get handles for days, so you can dribble a little bit, without burning, without losing your stamina too quickly. And I always love running special delivery because I actually throw a lot of lobs now. Okay, I love throwing lobs. I love throwing flashy passes. So this build in itself is ridiculous. Now with the finishing badges, with the defensive badges, because I've hit level 4 every single season, I also get a +8. Okay, so this is the benefit of actually playing throughout the whole season because I get that +8 again on this, which again, you guys will see how ridiculous this build is going to be. Now, I don't use brick wall. I know some of you guys love brick wall, but I don't use it. Not to say it's not a good badge or whatever, but that's just me. So with this setup, so bearing in mind, I'm gonna get a +8 on this, right? So my +8 is gonna go on Workhorse Hall of Fame. That's 4. I'll be able to get chase down artists. You guys can put out 2 more. You can get post lockdown. So I'll be completely fine, and I can still get off-ball pest with the +8. So for me, this is a must-make build. This is the reason why I'm gonna make this build, because you're gonna go crazy. Okay, think about all the animations you're gonna get on a 7-foot build. Okay, that's able to do every single, like, bro, you're gonna go wild. Like, no one is gonna be able to defend you. Now, the reason I also mentioned the sharp takeover earlier is because imagine you having all these crazy stats, okay, and you get your takeover, and the center sees you have a sharp take. They're gonna be so confused. They're gonna be like, "What the heck did I just see? Like, how is this guy dunking on me every single time?" And he has sharp take, and then now he can shoot from Steph Curry range. Like, bro, there's no way. If you put this build in the hands of a decent player, they're gonna kill. If you put this build in the hands of a player like myself, bruh, this is gonna be a murder. So I will make this build, and you guys will see highlights of this build in the future. I promise you that. Okay, because I can't. When I saw this build, I'm like, bro, this is gonna go crazy. Okay, so hopefully you guys enjoy this crazy build. This is like a Wilt Chamberlain build that can shoot. That's the way I see it. And trust me about the close shot stuff, you're gonna be completely fine. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. But anyways, I'm not gonna drag this video any longer. Okay, this build is ridiculous. You guys can see in itself. Let me know what you guys think about it. What would you change about the build? Again, I personally wouldn't change anything about this build. For all you post control lovers, y'all don't post up in the rec, nor in the program. So I don't want to hear it. Okay. Anyways, enough rambling for myself. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this amazing build. And yeah, I will catch you in the next one.